Hi, people on TikTok. Welcome. Join the live. Share if you can. Sharing is caring. It'd be good to bring some more people on the live. Hi, Rachel. Yes, you're perfectly on time on Facebook. Right.
Oh, look, it's Rachel Elizabeth here, followed by Nikki Dillard.
Hi, Nikki. How are you, buddy?
Another fabulous evening at the Funny Farm.
Yes, we're all here to enjoy the evening. Have
what? Have a beer?
Have a good evening and enjoy ourselves. And as we bring the two worlds together, so we can be at one with them all. Bless you, Rachel. Thank you. Jen, we're amazing. We're both amazing. That's a song, in it. You're amazing. Just the way you are. Yes. So, yes, welcome. Let's see who's here. Hi, Donna Roy as well.
Yes, we haven't had a weather report from Donna Roy for a while.
Hi, Tootsie. Tanya, the lovely Tanya Rideout's in as well.
Donna Roy, we haven't had a weather report lately.
Oh, bless you, Rachel. Hi, James. Thank you for that review from yesterday. That was fantastic. Appreciate that. Right. Sunny day in Canada. People are in shorts and sandals, but
what
we still
on earth happened? Must be a freak of nature then if there's sunshine in Canada.
Yes. Yes, but there's still snow, she's saying about. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, Jordan. Welcome, Mike. I've got a new deck that we're actually doing the first and last card from, which is here. Spirit Messages Oracle card. Mm-hmm.
Right, you're getting started, or you're going to play the shuffle game.
There are a few crazy people about to say. Flowers are coming up. Good.
Excellent. Right, you all ready? Right, it says, self-awareness is key. Take time today to go within and spread time with your soul. Go for a walk in nature and ground yourself. Meditate. Listen to your favorite music. Whatever you enjoy most, do that today. Right? So, do it today. Get out there. Party. Do what you enjoy most.
Hi, Sasha. So, yes, that is what that is being said. Now, I'm going to go off because, the spot prize words.
Oh, yes. You nearly forgot about that, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Right. Okay. Let's think. What would be a nice word? Okay.
Hi, Misha Walker.
Right. Got it. Right. Today's word is shorts, as in short trousers, as in jean shorts, sport shorts, swimming shorts, any kind of shorts.
And I know the lovely Tanya will put it up how we want it.
So, when you hear the word shorts used in a reading, immediately message us with the words bingo, space, dash, space, shorts, all in capitals. First one on our screen wins a prize.
Hi Wayne, how are you, buddy? Yeah.
So,
welcome. So I'm going to leave the lovely Luke to actually
lovely. Are you crawling?
Start today with the first word.
He's crawling.
Yeah, we are good, Wayne. Thank you. I'd like to give you a message soon, if that's okay. Right, now here is the lovely Luke.
Okie dokie. Right, I shall be working today with the following crystal ball. Here you go. I'll be working with this crystal ball. This is Saturn. Okay, this is Saturn. And I shall be working with Saturn on this occasion. And who is it? Oh, same again. Okay. Rolling Thunder is the man with the talking stick tonight. He will choose the victim. And all I need now is to say the word is live. Okay. And now if you'd like a reading with Saturn, please put your names up now, please. And we'll see who Rolling Thunder decides to pick. Right, let's see. Oh, there, the talking stick's up. Right, where is it going?
Just nicked my seat.
Oh, poor thing, the dog's nicked your seat. It's a wonder that dog nicks the sofa.
Yeah.
Right, we seem to have a stop on Rachel Elizabeth Eyre. Right, Rachel Elizabeth Eyre. Talking stick has stopped on your name. So
remember, it's got to be in capitals.
Yeah. So here we go. Right. Okay. Right, Rachel, I've got an image here and it is showing you in a little bit of a tiswas. Okay, a bit of a tiswas. You know, you are actually moving around the living room, so to speak, and it's a bit like your head's in a muddle. You know what you need to do, but your head's a bit sort of ski-whiff, as in, let's just say it's spinning on its axis, okay? But you have got a set agenda of what you need to do. Now, close by you, approximately here and here, okay, are two orbs, okay? And they are spinning around as if your head is taking the place of the sun, and they are going around in an orbit around you. Okay, so when one's at the front, the other one's at the rear, one's at the side, that one's at the side. So they're then sort of like rotational symmetrical axis. Ooh, that's a big word. Now, I am aware there's a little bit of a wind blowing in the living room. Okay, now that is just purely representative of being in a bit of a tiswas. Now, as I look across to where in Days of Yonder, in the corner of the room, there stood a TV set. That type of corner of a room. Okay, I can see there is a person in spirit there. And the person, whoever he or she is like looking out from the corner into the middle of the room where you are doing the tiswas dance. Now, as soon as I said that tiswas dance, an image just appeared in my mind of an old children's TV show that, what was his name? Chris Tarrant was in. And he was on the TV yesterday. It was a TV program. It was about programs of the 70s, entertainment on TV on the 70s. And I just happened to switch on. It was Chris Tarrant was actually on the screen, and he was talking about this show he done in the 70s called Tis Was. And there was a clip of it, and people were going around with inflatable hammers, and they were shouting, "Beat your brains out." Well, you're running around in a little bit of a circle in the living room, and it's like it's the Tis Was beat your brains out moment that you're having. There you go. I know you want to get up, so there. Now, so anyway, we digress. Right, I'm just being advised that actually there's someone there for you now. So let's see who it is. Okay, come on down. The price is right. Right. Okay, there's a male energy coming forward. And I want to say this is a gentleman who he feels to be 70s. Okay, and well, I want to say this is a man who says it how it is. He says it whether you like to hear it or not. He'll come out with it and just say it the way he says it. It is by no way politically correctness in this. There is no even consideration about political correctness, because he doesn't really give a monkey about political correctness. He will say what he thinks, and he'll say it to your face, which is, of course, a bonus. And if you don't like it, tough, okay? And that's the way he sees it. Now, as he comes forward, straight away I can sense that he's a little bit, I'm going to say a little bit annoyed. And the annoyance is not actually directed at you per se. This is about the people that you deal with, okay? And he's right. I think there's going to be a bit of paraphrasing having to be done here. I can't say things like that on this unless it's a private read. He's saying there is a few people out there that need a jolly good kick up the rear end. Paraphrasing. And there's no need for you to get into a bit of a Tis Was. You just go there and tell them how it is. And if they don't like it, well, they can go away. Paraphrase. Because this has gone on far too, paraphrase, long. And he wants you to know that he will be there, and if necessary, he will go behind them and give them a jolly good impact in the rear end to make them see common sense. He does have concerns, however, that, and I must admit I do agree with this, that sense is not as common as you would like to think. He is somewhat frustrated about them dragging this out so long, and literally in doing so, they have made your life very uncomfortable through excessive amounts of stress and a lot of worry. Okay? But it's adamant that you need to know that he's going to be there with you. He's going to be standing by your side. He's going to give you the strength you need. And on many occasions, he will give you the words you need. I might add on that, you might want to paraphrase the words. He knows you're not a well lady and that you haven't been well for a while. And he thinks it's absolutely diabolical that any government body would put somebody through that without having some ounce of compassion about the effects that has both physically and mentally on those concerned. But that is just typical of these bunch of people, not very well educated individuals. Paraphrased. I am not. You're not going to get me to drop the F-bomb, so not this time. I'm on guard. Okay. I've just actually noticed down the side by his right-hand side, by the knee there, he's got a length of 4x2. I dread to think what he's going to do with it, but he says he's calling it his tool fine adjustment, and that is to help adjust any individuals that make decisions. It's to help to adjust them to make the right decision, as opposed to nearly talking nonsense. So his advice to you is rest up, have a clear head the night before, and a clear mind on the day, and do not worry, don't fret, do not panic. Don't get yourself in a state. Just know that all you have to do is just tell them how it is. Leave the rest to me. That's why I've got this piece of 2x4 and some very, very sharp pointed shoes. Okay. He's wandering off. He's wandering off down to Tonkinat. So, all right. He's left a paper bag of mint imperials on top of the dog pen. So, I'm assuming that is.
I think that one was from last night.
I'm assuming that is in fact a gift for yourself. He's saying that's the second bag he's left. Did you eat the first one? Anyway, okay, I'll tell her. He says, now get yourself an early night, get a good night's sleep, keep a clear head, and just say what needs to be said, answer the questions clearly, and don't panic. All will be well. Right, so I am. Well, mint imperials. I might leave some for you. I might have the rest myself, to be honest with you. I do like a mint imperial now and again. Oh, excuse me, these knees and my legs are playing up today. Right. Well, I'm going to leave his love with you, Rachel, and say thank you very much for being the opening victim. Okay. And excuse me while I give my leg a rub, just to put some life back into it. So, yes, I'm going to leave his love with you. Oh, bless you, darling. Nice to know I'm not alone on that factor. And I'm going to hand you over to the wonderful and amazing Paul. I'll see you again in a bit.
Right. Hiya. Is Wayne still here, please? Hi, Rosie. Hi, Sinead. Just seeing if Wayne's still here. If not, then I will move on. Right. Okay. Let's have all your names up and see who I'm drawn to, please. Oh, well done, Rosie. Hi, Cindy. Right. Cindy Ryan, can I come to you, please? Cindy Ryan. I know I haven't given you a reading for a while. And I'm going to be shuffling the cards. Hi, Anne-Marie. How are you, my lovely? Right, Cindy Ryan, right. I'm working on this one for Spirit Animal Oracle deck. How are you, Anne-Marie? Hope you're doing well. Right, so... Right. Infinite possibilities. And what I'm seeing with this is there's been so many things that's been going on, and there's so many things that actually want to come into fruition with you, and you've been praying for this for quite a while. And yes, I know what's happening on Sunday, but there's other possibilities as well that will be actually coming along with you. Hi, Dawn Marie. But things have got to change in some other ways before they can actually get started, and being clean and collective is all that is needed. And the love that you give anyway, you give out so much love to people, and how things are actually going. Sorry, I was reading something else as well, but Sunday, are you doing something on Sunday? Because I do feel there is something going on Sunday, Cindy, and I feel that there is possibilities starting on Sunday as well. I know Anne-Marie's just put about Sunday, but no, this is for you as well. Something's happening on Sunday, whether you're having family or friends around, because they're actually coming in and they're saying just church. Well, maybe that's it then. Is that a spiritual or just an ordinary church? Because I feel there's going to be someone there, or someone from Spirit is actually going to be coming close on Sunday. It may be a surprise. Yeah, and there has been a lot of things going on around you as well, and you just haven't stopped. I know you had some time off because you were sick, but now you're back, you're just not stopping. They're saying you've got to calm down a bit more. There's a lady actually drawing close to you as well. That's actually, she's on the maternal grandmother vibration, but she's coming in and saying, you've got to start quieting it down again, because you don't want to be flat on your back again as not being well and all your energy feeling lost. She's saying you've got to get up and start moving, but do things gently, not rush things. You've got the power of love to give and love to receive as well, because you do receive a lot of love, even though you don't feel it. You do receive a lot of love as well, and authentic. And I feel there's a lot of things that is so much authenticity around you, that things are just, you just don't know what to do or how to go about doing things. But this lady's saying, do things what you want, because I know there's treasures there and I know there isn't. But she says, I've got no need for anything anymore. So you have my permission to do anything you want, and it doesn't matter where they go or who they go to. I'm not going to use them. If someone else can get use of them, then let them have them, and just make use of them, because you don't need things clogging up homes when you've got things. And she's saying, yeah, yeah, I do feel that. And the power, you've got the power as well to actually do and say things, and what you do and say is right. You always get things. Hi, Alice Gogati. You've got ways of actually saying things, and the power. Ah, bless you. Thank you. You've got the power and the prayer to actually do and say things that people should be listening to, because there's an old saying down here, you've got the gift of the gab. In other words, you could talk and people will listen, but it's what you say goes, not what anyone else says. You've got to start telling people, look, you've got to listen. I'm only saying this once. I'm not actually giving it to, hi, Alison Plumley, how are you? I am not giving things just like that. But the last song, personal choice. And I feel this goes back to the items as well. It's your personal choice, what ones to get rid of. And I am just giving you the permission that I don't need anything anymore. What I've got is all up here anyway, so I don't need anything. But if you can make use of it, or any of the family can make use of it, let them have it. Or otherwise, just go to a antique store and try and sell them all and make money to share it on. But main important thing, you've got to start remembering you've got the love and you are shining bright. Always remember, things will come to those who wait. And I know you've got a good head on your shoulders. I know that you've got a lot of things going through. Ah, bless you. Yes. But you've got to be honest with them. And if you don't need any of them, or they don't need any of them, do not keep them. Do not keep them just because of the sentimental. You've got plenty of things to remind us of you, of her, sorry. And in here's the biggest thing you've got, and that is the heart, the love, and the respect. Alexa, stop. That's weird. That goes off on its own. And always remember, things aren't worth things these days. All people want these days is to get as much money as they can and use and abuse people. I know that you will do what is right with the objects. You don't need to clutter the houses up, but just keep doing what you're doing. And I'm going to leave that love with you and say bless you. Yeah. Yeah. But remember, things are nice to keep, but it's only an extra dusting thing you've got to do. And unless you really want them or you find a place for them, get rid. That is what she's saying. So yes. Okay, I'm bringing on the lovely Luke, and I may go over to TikTok next to bring the next message through. So here is the King of the Crystal.
Okay, right. This time we have Ramesses. So, if you'd like a reading with Ramesses, please put your names up now. Alright. Okay, I can see the right, I can see the talking stick, so let's see where we go. Right, one is on the move. Right, there is a stop on Alice Gogarty. Hopefully I said your name right. So Alice Gogarty. Right, I'm coming to you right now. Right, so as I look into the crystal, I've got a nice image of yourself sat on the sofa. And I do want to say, although I forgot to get it out, there is some orbs around you I can see in the crystal ball. There's one about here. Okay, so it's about eye level with you. And there's another one over there, again, about eye level. So there's two there. And there's a third one that's sitting down here. Okay. So three in total that I can see at the moment. There's red, green, and orange. Now, the colors don't mean anything. They're just so they stand out in the background so I can see them. Right. So fair bit of spiritual activity around you, Alice, which is always good. Nothing to be scared of. And I'm going to move that into, right, okay, we've got a little bit of what I call panoramic viewing going on here. And, right, from where you're sat, straight in front of you, about, I want to say it's about, well, I can only work in one or the other. So I'm more inclined to work in feet. So about 4 foot in front of you, there is a person in spirit stood right there. Now, as they appear, they are a golden, yellowy, hazy color, which is a partial manifestation. Some people can see it, others don't. But when you do see it, you get used to it. Okay, now, let's see who this person is. So, right, do we have someone for Alice Gogarty in here? Oh, you do, right, okay. Bring them forward, please, thank you. Right, we've got someone here for you, Alice. Right. Right, Alice, I've got a female energy that comes forward. Okay, now as this lady comes forward, I do want to say she's a bit short. Okay, she's the right height for her generation, but she, you know, by today's standards, she would be considered a bit short. So I'm looking at a lady who's approximately 5. I'm going to say 5'5" to 5'6", not much bigger than that. Okay. Now, I do want to say that she is definitely past retirement. Now, I want to say, to me, looking at her, to me, she looks like a lady late 70s into her 80s, you know. Now, her figure, take a look at me. I'm a skinny so-and-so, okay? No getting away with it. You know, everybody says, please, Luke, please eat something, you know, you haven't eaten for a fortnight, please have a burger, right? So compared to my build, right, this lady, I want to say, is medium size, right? She's all in proportion. There's no excess where it shouldn't be excess. Everything is where it should be, and she's got a fine figure for a lady. Now, as she comes forward, oh, the hair, oh, the hair. Now, this is definitely a salon hairdo. This is not one of those things you put together out of a box over the sink. This is a professional hairdo she's got. So this lady likes to look after herself. She's very nicely dressed. She's got a fabulous hairstyle. It certainly suits her down to a T. And she has got the biggest smile I've seen since, when was the last time I talked about it? Oh, yesterday. When some of the ladies came through yesterday. She's got a fabulous smile with her. Very, very bright, sparkly eyes. Okay. Now, with this lady, I want to be going to, right, so Alice, if you're generation 1, mom and dad would be generation 2, grandma, granddad, generation 3. And then generation 3, you've got great aunties, great uncles. I want to be going to generation 3 with this lady. So this is a grandmother figure. And straight away, as she comes really, really in close, oh, you're sitting down there. Lovely. Right. I want to say with her, she has got a very strong energy, and she brings in a lot of love with her. This love energy is very much, actually, it's quite overpowering. It's like she's got so much love to give. Literally, it is oozing out of her. Now, as it's oozing out of her right here in the studio, I want to tell you that, first of all, the atmosphere in here has changed. It's got so electric, it's unreal. And also, I'm starting to get very hot, which is usually a symptom of someone coming in with massive amount of love energy with them. Now, this love energy, right, just to sort of clarify this, it is a unconditional love energy between family members. Mum, dad, mum, children, grandma, grandchildren, auntie, nieces, nephews, brothers and sisters, that type of love, unconditional love. We're not talking about the Hollywood behind the bike shed or the back seat of the car love. That's not love. That's completely different. They just try to make it look like it's love, but it's absolute filth, right? But it's on the screens every day, so I watch it just in case it gets better, right? But this one is so powerful, right? And she draws very close to you because she finds there is a correlation between you and her. You are both very much like-minded individuals, and she comes forward to give you her strength and to give you her love, to share her love, because you have a very strong love that you like to give out as well. This lady would share her love with anybody. Now, if you know the milkman's coming up the street in his horse and cart, she'll be out there greeting them, being kind and genteel and genuinely interested. And she'd all say, oh, he's a lovely man. He's such a sweetheart, right? And she's got love she shares with anybody. She feels almost that it's her mission in life is to bring love out to everybody. When she greets people, it's always arms around, big hug. You know that one where you can't breathe, and it's, please go on, let me go, I can't breathe. That's her way of just passing the love on. And she wants to give you her strength. Now, she's been through some rough times. Okay? Yes, rough times. Not rough as in, being kicked out the door and made homeless. What I'm talking about is she knows what it's like to have money. She knows what it's like to have no money. Okay? She knows what it's like to, for the family to have no income because strikes, job losses, that sort of thing. She's been all through that. Okay? And the one thing that helped her get through that was the love between the family. It kept them going when everything else seemed to be falling apart. And other people were, their home life was a disaster, but hers kept strong because they shared that love between them all. And they kept their eye on the prize, which was better times, better fortune. But none of that was possible without them being able to share the love. So for her, it is important to remind you that when everything else fails, Alice, right, everything else can fall apart. But if you keep that love between the family members, you will get through anything. She's given you the strength from her that will get you through anything. And she says, remember, a smile can change people's lives. Just one smile as you pass a stranger can be enough to give them the strength to carry on for one more day. That's what love's all about. Giving you the strength to carry on for one more day. And then one more day after that. And then one more day after that. And before you knew it, you're back in the good times. She's telling me that she does come in visitation quite regularly. And she's not one to make a big extravagant entrance. She just slips in. The atmosphere gets that little bit more warmer. There's a bit more of a sparkle. And that's her just bringing in. She sprinkles it around like fairy dust, she does, this love energy. She's got so much of it. She's like the fairy godmother. She's in there and spreading the fairy dust. There you go. There you go. And that lifts the atmosphere up and shares the love. Now, she's given me the image of a flower in my mind, and I'm just going to have to rack my brains for what flower is that. Carnation. That's it. Carnation. Thank you. She's leaving some carnations in like a, you know, these wrap bouquets you can get in Tesco's and that. They look beautiful, but they're overpriced. She's leaving one of those, and it is full of carnations, and she wants to leave that on the dining table because she says the carnations are white, and white is the spiritual color of purity. Okay, purity. And she's saying, I want to give you them to remind you of the purity of the love that I have for all the families still on the earth plane, from all of us here in the spirit world. We haven't forgotten you, and we love you all very dearly. And we send you our love and our pure energy to get you through the day every day. So I'm going to leave it there and say, Alice, thank you so much for the privilege of reading for you. She is an absolute gentle giant, such a beautiful soul. You are blessed to have someone like that in your family. She is an angel. I want to say she's a perfect angel. She reminds me of a fairy godmother, the way she sprinkles her love around. And yeah, definitely a beautiful soul. So Alice, thank you very, very much for that. And God bless you. And do remember, keep those smiles going, because they make a difference in so many people's lives. Just having that beautiful, unconditional smile, no strings attached. Doesn't cost us anything, and it makes such a difference. So bless you for doing that. That is an amazing act of kindness, Alice. God bless you. Right. Well, to everybody out there, it is now time for me to hand over to the lovely Paul, who is vanished. Paul?
Yeah.
There's a lot of people here waiting on you. I have no idea what he's doing.
Yeah.
Oh, here he comes. Right.
Just in the toilet.
Right, I'll hand you back to the lovely Paul, and I'll see you all again very soon. And I'll go and nurse this knackered leg.
So I do apologise for that. Right. Let's have your names up and serial drawing too. Right. Can I go to Mel on TikTok, please? Just let me know if it's okay, please, Mel. Right. Okay, I'm using Spirit Animal Oracle cards. So I'm going to shuffle them, but they wouldn't have ideas. So yes, let's just yeah. Time to add. Right, I have to do it like this. I can't add you to speak. So right, what I'm going to do is pick prosperity. I do feel that there's a lot of things going on around you, and you are looking at things and putting things in prospects to try and what's most important, what's not important with you. And I also feel that things are actually coming up, and like you've got so much baggage on you that you need to actually meditate and actually start throwing things in a fire that's actually really been getting to you, because I've actually been feeling there's been a lot of things like you're listening to other people's problems and all that. I have got a lady actually drawing close to me as well, and she's actually coming in quite close to actually let you know that things will get better, but at the moment things are in a was, if you can understand what that means. And she's saying she's actually been coming round you for quite a while. This lady is on the maternal side, grandmother, that's actually coming in, and she just wants you to know it is okay to be who you want to be. Don't let people try to change you or try to get you to be something you're not, because you are unique. You are a gentle soul, and you are full of love. But people do actually use and abuse that to get what they want, and they're saying you can't let people try to overshadow you to get where they want. You treat people as an equal. You don't have people trying to be better or worse than you. What you see in people, you just see pure love and respect. You have the respect, but there's a lot of people that don't respect you, and that is. Hi, Michelle Brown. How are you, lovely? And that is how things have actually been going with you. And this lady's saying you can't allow people to do that. You've got to start speaking up for yourself and start telling people what's what, and do not allow others to actually come between you or anything else. And there is infinite possibilities, and I do see there's going to be a lot of possibilities around you, and they are actually going to come quite close. And I'd say round about August, September time, things are going to really start looking up for you, and the smile that you've got on that picture is going to be a lot bigger and a lot brighter. and the aura around you is just going to be out of this world. You've got, she's saying that she's sorry she went when she had to go, but it was just her time, and yeah, she'd have loved to stay down, but as you know, people are tired, and that's how I was, and I needed to sleep. But always remember, you are the one of love, and don't let others try to break the smile and the love that you have, because I know the love and the support is amazing, and you will always get the love. But never allow people to come between anyone, because they just want you to know you've had the whole world on your shoulders, but doing a meditation and taking them off and putting them in the fire is what is needed. Yeah. And I'm going to leave that with you and say bless you. Now I'm going to bring back the lovely Luke to actually bring some more words of wisdom in. Thank you.
Right. I'm bringing an old friend. Right, and this old friend is Miss Scarlet. Okay. So if you would like a reading with Miss Scarlet, short or long, just depends how it goes, please do put your names up. All right. There's a talking stick. So where are we going? And Angel, you have won yourself a spot prize. Congratulations. Right. And I am... Blah, 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 blah. Where were we? Yep.
Angel, did you say?
Yeah. Right. Now, we have a stop on that's all. Was it short or shorts?
As you said, like football shorts.
Right.
Jean shorts.
Yeah, Angel still qualifies. Right. Now, we have a stop here on... Where was it? There. Nikki Dullard. Up for a second there, I couldn't see the stick, but it's at Nikki Dullard. Right. Angel said, no, it's okay. Got to be fair. Cancel mine this time. Okay. Right. So, okay. I'm being strangled with cables here. Right. Nikki Dullard here. Hi there, mate. Right. Now, as I'm looking in here, I am seeing... Oh, well, this is different. Nikki, I don't know if you do this as a sport, but apparently I've got an image of you here on one of these horses that you see at a rodeo. Okay? You know the ones where you've got the rope and you're hanging on for dear life and it's kicking and bucking and all sorts. Well, you are on one of those. Okay? And it is like kicking and bucking everywhere. And there is some orbs, like this, and they're all sort of following you here, there, and everywhere. Right. Yeah, I kind of got that idea. Thank you. And as Crouch and Bull was saying, it is an image of your, I'm going to say, your spiritual and physical journey thus far, where you feel on many occasions that you're sat on a rodeo horse and life is trying to throw you here and throw you there and throw you everywhere in any which way. I'm basically trying to get you off your stride.
Bit like Buckaroo.
Right? So you can imagine it's like you've been sat in Buckaroo since Buckaroo. No, that's a game that came out when? Oh.
Early 80s, or if not before.
Oh, donkey's years ago. Right? So what they're trying to say here, right, is hold on. Hold on with both hands. Right? Because they are showing me a battalion full of orbs that gather around you. Okay, these are your spirit friends, guides, helpers, loved ones, protectors. They're all there. They're all around you, and they're all aware that your life has been like a buckaroo game, right? So hold on with both hands because help is at hand, right? I was thinking must be the 80s at least, yeah. Now, there's a person that steps forward in a yellowy golden haze, right? And it's like they're stepping forward and they're like this, open-handed, okay? So I'm going to see if we can get that person in here. Do we have someone for Nikki? Right, excellent, thank you. Yes, please. Right, okay. Yeah, easier. Right, I got a gentleman stepping forward here. Now, I have to say, this gentleman, as he comes forward, I want to say, yes, this is a man with great strength. This is a man with very strong resolve. This is a man who is, I've got to say, well trained up for the fight. Okay. I want to say this gentleman does go back a bit. So let me see. Right. Thank you. Right. He's a man in uniform. Okay. This is a man in uniform. This is a soldier's uniform. And literally, as I look at this person, I immediately want to go right back. Okay. So, right. Thank you. Right. Okay. Nikki. Right. If I take you as generation 1, mum and dad, generation 2, grandma, granddad, generation 3. I want to go to generation 4 with this man. I want to go right back to World War II with this man. Okay. This is a man who served in the war. This is a man who saw combat in the war. This is a man who had to pull on such strength and resolve and sheer gut determination to fight the fight. I do believe that this man went to France and came back to from France in the Dunkirk evacuation, because I'm seeing him wading through, literally wading off the beach into the sea, and back again, and then out again, and then back again. And this is a man who gave everything and survived Dunkirk to come back to prepare to go back out again. Okay. As I look at him now, as he shows himself now, this is a man who saw some really, really terrible things and was very much a changed man when he came home. This is a man who carried a lot of scars, mental, as well as physical. Right, and as he comes forward, he wants to bring to you his resolve to carry on when everything is telling you, give it up, give it up, give it up. That this man wants to not drag you, but he wants to help pull you through it all. This is a gentleman that went out a young man and came back an old man due to the things he saw, the horrors of the war that he saw, the mental scars that it left on his mind forever and a day. And as a man who had, medals dangling on his tunic after the war. But he aged very, very quickly, and I feel that this is likely to be a gentleman that passed before you were born, and you may want to ask about him, because I feel there's a gap between you, and quite a substantial gap between you and him. Nevertheless, he is aware of you, and he sees what's going on round about you, and both him and your family in spirit are literally cheering you on. They are sending you so much strength and resolve to carry on, and they are aware that it is not an easy walk. By Jove, it is not easy. And I can say that certainly from experience. It's not easy. The places I've been, the dark holes I found myself in, the very dark, lonely places, and having to pick myself up and start again and move forward, and then pick myself up again and move forward. We live in a dark world, and at every turn, there's always something or someone out there trying to destroy us. But they're saying, this is your finest hour. Hold your head high. Okay? Hold your head high, because you are a winner. And they're all behind you. They all rally behind you. You are a winner. And you have great things still to do. And they want you to know. And it's not always easy for another man to tell another man, we love you, I love you, and I'm right there with you. But that is what they are saying to you now, Nikki. And I know you're a man of great strength and resolve too. And I look forward to watching you get there. Okay. Now, I'm just watching them going across there to where Tonka is. But I'm going to leave it at that, Nikki, and say thank you very much for the opportunity to read for you tonight. And I wish you every success in your walk with Spirit, and I will be there supporting you and cheering you on, just like your loved ones are, because you are a winner. God bless you. And thank you very much for the privilege of reading you. And now it is time for the amazing talents of the lovely, you're welcome, Nikki, the lovely, the unblemished talent of Paul.
All right, now let's have your names up. And hi, Debbie, how are you? Yeah. Right. Right, Debbie. I need to come to you if that's okay. Debbie Hearn. Hi Elizabeth, how are you, my lovely? Hi Alison Roper. Debbie, can you tell me whether it's okay to read for you, please?
No.
Right, okay. Right, I've just given these a good shuffle anyway, so I think TikTok's wondering how much they shuffling. Right. Right, Debbie, first card, fire. And I do feel, let me bring this closer because I feel like I'm miles away from it. I do feel there's a burning desire to actually do things and get things out in the open and start doing things that need to be done. And there is a fire burning in your heart to actually get things there. But also there's things that really are getting to you at the moment. And I know today you had a hospital appointment, and I know that there's been a lot of things on your mind lately, but I do have a gentleman coming forward, and I do know who this gentleman is because I met him numerous times, and it's your dad. He's coming in quite happy at the moment because of he's saying he knows he can actually speak to you now, and you can actually, you know, when he's around you, and he's just so happy that he's managing to do that now. And he's also saying that you've got possibilities ahead of you as well, and quite indefinite possibilities around you, and things have really started to progress spiritually for you as well. And he's actually helping now. So I am being told by my guide that he is a guide helping now. So your father is actually helping and guiding you as well in places to be and places where not to be. And he's actually letting you know that he is around you, and you're being very assertive at the moment. And I do know that you are a very assertive person, and you always do try to give as much love that you can give. But your dad is now your one of your guides as a family member, because most family members are guides to us. So I just can't wait for the day my mum I get my mum as my guide, because that'd be fantastic. But Debbie, you've got to start self-reliance. And yes, you are very self-reliant. You know, you have your own house, you know, your animals. And yes, you don't rely on people. What you do for yourself. But you do like to help people out as much as you can. And they're saying sometimes you just can't. You've got to learn when to say no, because things are getting, well, you're saying things are getting beyond a joke, the way things are. And he's letting us know. He says, I know it's my birthday, and I know you've been thinking of me today as well, but you've got to remember you are still here. You are still down on the earth plane. he's going, I'm next door, but you don't need to mourn us. Just celebrate us, because you found it very difficult these last few years. It has been very difficult on you, and the way things have been going. And I know you've lost a couple of dogs and that. And he's saying, I've got my buyers. Your mum's got most of them because they always were drawn to her. Yeah, but I've got Sneagles, and Sneagles is, I always liked Sneagles, but Debbie, you've got to start looking after yourself now. You've got to start doing things to help yourself. And yeah, all the difficulty that you've had to go through these last years, arguments, fights, this and that, you've got to remember you are one person, and you need to be able to ask for help with not feeling bad, because you always like to see a smile on everyone's faces. But then what about the smile on your face? You haven't had a good smile on your face for many a year. But it will come. And he's going, I'll make it my job to make you smile again and bring that smile back to how it was. But you've got to learn to live properly. I know you open your door to all the people that you know, but how about them offering you to go somewhere? But other than that, I'm proud of you. I am so proud of you for everything you've done and you've become. But always remember, the love always shines bright. Hatred is a very awful word. And I know the hardest thing to do is to forgive. But I know at some point you won't forget what they've done, but you could forgive them as a person. But remember, keep the love shining. And ask people to whether they can help you. I don't mean money or anything else. Just help you out. You know, take you to the shops or do this and that. Because I know it's very difficult for you. And getting taxis here, there and everywhere. It's too much. But always remember, the love will always shine through you. And Brian, bless him, he's letting you know how proud he is of you. And he said, I've never told her that. I've never told her that I'm proud of her. Why didn't I? Why didn't I just tell her? But I can tell you that I love you and I am proud of you. And keep it up and keep what you're doing, but try and ask for help. And I'm going to leave his love with you. And I'm going to say bye to Brian as well. Happy birthday, mate. And remember, keep the love. Makes you a better person. Okay, Tanya. All right, now here is the lovely King of the Crystal, the lovely Luke. I think my voice is starting to go again.
Right, here we go. And we have Little Boy Blue. So if you would like a reading with Little Boy Blue, please put your name up now. Yeah.
My heavy man bag.
Do you want to put that Shorts bottle on ice for after?
Yeah.
Lovely. Right. Okay, we have. There he is. Okay. Okay, thank you very much. Right. Right. We have a. Joanne Stewart says bingo shots.
Yes.
Do you believe, Joanne Stewart, you have won a prize?
And someone could have said it again.
Yes.
You just said it again, so.
Yes, indeed. Right, we have a stop on. Eligible, blah, blah, Rachel Elizabeth Eyre, you have won a prize. So, Joanne Stewart and Rachel Elizabeth Eyre have won themselves a prize each. Well done. Right. And I've forgotten what I was doing now. Right. Yes. Oh, there we go. It's on Alison Roper, that's why. Right, Alison Roper, I'm coming to you. Right. Okay. Now, look into the crystal, and I'm being given an image where I can see you sat at the. Oh, you're sat on the sofa. TV page next to you. I can see the telecontrol next to you. You know that beep 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 one, and there's a person in spirit that's literally only about 5 feet away from you. Okay, right. I can't see it in the crystal, but I can hear it. There's a dog barking. So I don't know if it's with someone behind me or if it's something that's coming out of the crystal. I'm not 100% sure. Do we have someone for... Oh, sorry, I need to keep rubbing my legs because they are driving me insane. Do we have someone for Alison Roper, please? Lovely, thank you very much. Right, Alison, there's somebody coming in for you. Hello, Britt. Sorry, I didn't notice you there, but welcome to the show. Very nice to have you. Right. So, Alison, I have the energy of a gentleman coming forward. And I want to say straight away that this gentleman is, as he comes forward, I'm very wary that there is an issue with the chest. Okay. The chest feels weary. If I can, if that means anything, it's like it's a heavy chest. It's like there's something not quite right in there. Heart or lung or a combination of the both, but there's something not quite right in here, so I can feel a heaviness on it. Okay. That's all right, Alison. I thought you'd gone on holiday and left me standing here. Or sat here, should I say. But yeah, that happens once in a while, so don't worry about it now. So I was just saying, I've got a gentleman here with you that's got a heaviness in the chest, heart or a lung condition of some description. I feel this man belongs in his 70s. I want to say he's about 5 foot 8 at the most. He's not a great tall man, but at the same time, in his generation, that would have been, a roughly average height for a bloke. I want to say that he's a proud man, and not someone that not someone that would actually talk about their health much. In fact, it would be rarely they'd ever come up in conversation, because he's of that generation where men just didn't talk about their health. It was a no-go area. You just didn't mention it. And also because of being a bit of a proud man, he's not the sort of person that would consult doctors, go and see a doctor, let alone even go near a hospital. So I want to say that this gentleman, when it came to health matters, and a lot of other things actually, he would be a very private man. But he was also a very family orientated. There was a lot of love there for family, and he was very much an active member of the family. If there were celebrations, parties, anniversaries, weddings, that sort of thing, he was very actively part of them, of that. And you'd always know he was there because you couldn't miss him. Right. But if I was to place him in the family, I want, first of all, to say that this is a grandfather figure I'm looking at here. This is a man from generation 3. That's grandfather, great uncle. So he's in that bracket of the family there. He's a man who would be described as a skilled, unskilled laborer. So this is a man that would do all sorts of types of works where it was the use of his hands, basically a muscle, was what the work that he did was all about. Okay. There wasn't a man that would stand or sit at a desk, and he wouldn't be pushing paper clips from one side of the desk to the other, which you generally regard as using your brains, like mathematician, accountant, lawyer, that sort of thing. He wasn't one of them. He was very much a hands-on man. He would be described as a man who worked all God's hours. Yeah, never a rich man. And he was never desperately poor, but he had enough to get by. So if it's not the type of guy that could go off on a fancy holiday every year. I mean, if you could say a holiday in UK was ever fancy, but you wouldn't see this man jetting off to the Bahamas or Australia for a holiday. He would have maybe a day or two here or there. It would be very much. I'm seeing what I'm hearing is holidays of his generation really didn't take off until the 50s. And the reason I say that is because what I'm showing is like the place he works sort of like shuts down for a fixed period of time in the year, and literally everybody would go off on holiday for those fixed 2 weeks of the year. And you'd be looking at, not going very far. It might be, I'm just plucking things out of the air here. It might be go to a Butlins camp for a fortnight or a Pontins camp for a fortnight, that type of holiday sort of arrangement. And like the factory doors would open up, everybody go, off you go on holiday, and then they close the doors, lock them up, and 2 weeks later they open them up again and everybody comes back in. That was what a holiday was for him when they were able to put it together. And, if you pay peanuts, you're going to get a monkey, was one of his favorite type sayings, along with like basically you're going to get what you pay for. So if you pay threepence for a pair of shoes, you're going to get a pair of shoes that will get you down to the bottom of the road and then fall apart. So he was all about getting value for your money. So if you needed a pair of shoes and you spent maybe, let's just say 10 shillings on a pair of shoes, you knew that they were going to last, even though they would probably break the bank paying for them, but you wouldn't need to buy another pair for a long time. Whereas if you got the cheap rubbish at threepence, you'd need a new pair before you got to the end of the street, right? So he did, he wasn't begrudging that because he could see that it was saving money. And as he was the breadwinner, he had to make sure he'd get enough and was getting value for the money that he was earning. And he enjoyed those 2 weeks off where the factories locked their doors and everybody disappeared for a fortnight. But he never really went far. I mean, he liked his holidays. He liked to relax. It was 2 weeks he had to let his hair down. And he's very much saying by the time I got to 70, I didn't have really much hair to let down, but nevertheless, if I lift my bonnet up, it would all fall. And he liked his cloth caps. So he kept, he's saying towards the end of his days, he wore his cloth cap to keep hold of what hair he had left, because every time he took it off, something else would fall off. But he was a lovable man. He was firm but fair. He was of that generation where they believed in proper discipline for the youngsters. So he was firm but fair, but he also was loving. He would show people around him love within the family unit, not outside, not at the factories, and his place of work, never there. There he was a stone-nosed, roughy-tufty man. Right. I'm hearing the words national service being mentioned. So there's a connection with this man with military, and I'm hearing the words national service. Okay. And it was one of those times where after the war, you had to do so many, I think it was something like 2 years you had to be in the military, and then you got demobbed. And it was also at the time when territorial services were also in their very, very infancy. So I do believe that this gentleman would have seen some form of national service, whether it be Army, Navy, Air Force, or there were certain jobs that didn't have to, but on the whole, everybody did. But this was a man who took everything in his stride and was very much, I want to call him the keystone of the family, the keystone. Okay, he held it all together. And when he comes forward because he just wants you to know, right? I'm still around. There's a lot of people that may only have fleeting memories now of him within the family unit now as time has progressed. But he wants you to know that he hasn't gone anywhere. I'm still very much here. And I get glimpses put across my eyes here of him in his younger years. And he was a very handsome and a very fit individual. He did look after himself very, very well. But as he says, as I got older, things started to go wrong, and he keeps pointing to the chest in here. And he says, we're all like blades of grass. At some point, somebody's going to cut us down, and then off we go. Says, so while you're there, put down some good roots and let people remember you by leaving your mark behind. And as he says that, I've got this vision in my mind's eye of carving my initials in a tree. As that used to be one way that people used to leave their mark in the world, was carve their initials in a tree, with a love heart and a girlfriend or whatever. And he says, yeah, enjoy your life, live your life, and leave your mark so that people will always remember you were there. And okay, he's making his way off now. But as he does, it's with a smile. It's with a smile. Okay, thank you. Right. I'm going to leave his love with you, Alison. A man who got a lot to be proud of. He's got a lot to be proud of. A man who served his country with honour and distinction as well. Okay? And a man with a lot of secrets. Saw a lot of things that he would not wish to talk about. The nasty sides of what he saw. But a man who served with distinction, with pride and with honour, and did the very best he could. And he wants you to do the same. Do the very best you can and leave your mark behind so that people remember you, not only for who you were, but for what you did. And with that, I'm going to say bless you and thank you very, very much for allowing me to read for you. And now it's my pleasure to invite back the wonderful Paul. And here he is. As I hobble around the corner on my gammy leg.
Right. So, right. Let's have your names up and see who I'm drawn to, please. All right. Hi, Britt. All right. I'm going to go to Britt, if that's okay. Britt, can you just let me know if I can read for you, please? Brittany.
Me, Britney Spears.
And one card's already.
Britney Spears.
I don't know. All I know is points. So, Britt, just let me know. I can read for you, please. And I'm using Mystic Forest Oracle cards. Right, as I'm drawing close to you, I do feel there's a lot of things going on, but you've got to remember, life is a gift. It's not what you make. It's not how it does, it's how you make it. It's not how it goes, it's how you make it yourself. And if you look at the card here, the brightness that is actually falling down, to me, this is like rain falling down on you with all the gifts and all the love from spirit that is actually coming in. Because if you look quite close, they're bright like orbs and all that that's coming down. But there's been a lot of things as well. I've got this lady actually drawing close to me who's on a maternal side, a mother, grandmother, that's actually coming around you at the moment to let you know that, one, it's all right to cry. Two, you can't give up on your dream, because things have been happening and you just don't know who to turn to or what to do. That I'm being told there's also been a lot of problems around you as well, and you're wondering how to deal with them. And perseverance. Yeah, sorry, but I'm not that good at reading. But perseverance. You need to persevere with everything that's going on, because things have been happening and that you can't even explain what is going on. And this lady is saying that you've always felt like you didn't fit in places, but she's saying, I may not have shown it, but you always fitted in my heart. You are a breath of fresh air, and people would be, oh, they'd be stupid if they didn't know you or who you actually were. And they're saying you've got to start believing in yourself. You've got to start loving yourself, because things have really been catching on with you. And they're saying, come on, girl, you've got this. Don't fall back into the old ways, because what you've done and what you've become, I am proud. I am so proud of what you've done and overcome in these last few years. And she's saying, keep it up. Don't allow others to bring you down. And you do that, and then you'll be receiving it all. You know, the love, the support. And she says, I've been there watching you, and I've been wanting to come and shake you and say, come on, you've got this. Don't let people put you down anymore. You've got to keep the love flowing and keep the love going, because that love is glowing around you at the moment. And it's us seeing you, how you are and what you want to do and need to do. Like life is a gift. I've got to read these ones out to you. Life is unfolding for you. So seize the day and make the most of every chance to be true to yourself and live life to the fullest. It's time to cut out all the noises. So you've got to start cutting out those ones who just like to talk, and you just say, oh, will they shut up? You've got to start cutting them out and start thinking on yourself. And you have the power within yourself to conquer any challenges and come out stronger on the other side. Trust in your resilience and your ability to preserve. And I do feel this is how you're going at the moment. and like receiving it all. You deserve to receive abundance at full capacity. Believe in your worth and trust that the universe is ready to deliver all that you desire. Open up. And you've got to start opening up to the world of spirit. You've got to open up and let people know exactly how you're feeling, because things just don't happen. And, you know, things come to those who wait, but you can't allow others to actually try and cause the problems for you. You are a better person than this. Can you understand all this, please, Brittany? Hi, Cheryl F. Hi, Mike. Hi, HR Teller. Can you understand this, please, Brittany? Because there is a lot of things going on around you. And yes, you are one of a kind. And keep being that one of a kind. Do not change for anybody. Carry on being who you are. And this lady's saying, that is your problem. You always done things for everybody else and not for yourself. You've got to start living and breathing for yourself and keep the love flowing, because things aren't as bright as they used to be. And you can't keep giving everybody everything, because you won't have anything yourself. You've got to start keeping things for yourself as well. And as this says, from the moment you emerged into this world, you've had extraordinary talents. You understand starlight, animal voices, and all the things magical. And yes, you have been given gifts of love, and you need to cherish them and stop giving out too many things, because you, as it says, you know, you are the bright star. You are the star. But always remember, don't let others try and put you down, because you are better than that. And keep the love flowing. And I'm going to leave that with you. Say, bless you. Right, Lukey. There.
Right. And we have the Dark Messenger. And for those of you on TikTok, this is the Dark Messenger. Right, so if you'd like a message from the Dark Messenger, now is a good time to put your name up. Right. And okay, we have a stop on Elizabeth Ann Russell. Okay, Elizabeth Ann Russell, I'm coming to you. Right. Okay, I don't need the crystal for this. I have a gentleman that has come straight in. Okay, a gentleman comes straight in. Now, I want to describe this as a tall and slim gentleman who I want to say is height-wise, I'm going to say about 5'8" tall. I'm also seeing him. I'm seeing him with two different types of dress here. Okay, the first one I'm seeing is an army uniform. Okay, an army uniform, and the second image I've been shown is with welding equipment. Okay. Now, this gentleman is very well known for being a hard worker. This man worked all the days God sent and all the hours God sent. And I want to say that this gentleman had the two different jobs. And I'm being shown work that was unspoken about. This gentleman was in what was considered to be protected employment, okay, due to skills and expertise that were paramount to the defense of the realm, and was under oath never to speak about it in any way, shape, or form, due to state secrets and all that sort of stuff, is what he's saying. But his second employment actually was one that was seen not only as voluntary, but it was a way of boosting the defense of the realm. Okay, also known as Dad's Army, basically, because I'm seeing Captain Manring and I'm seeing this ridiculous Scotsman who would always say, "We're doomed, we're doomed." What I'll always say is his work involved him doing stuff with warships. That was about as much as he would ever say, and even that wasn't until the very late 70s that I met that he's saying that he actually started speaking about it, because it's years afterwards. It won't make any difference now. And as he comes in, he wants to say that he draws close to you in many occasions, and he pops in many occasions just to be around you, and he's very much aware that you sense his presence, and it always puts a smile on his face. He's quite openly saying that he never actually was a believer of any of this type of stuff. To him, it was, as he would say in broad Scots, a load of nonsense. But having openly heard about things like this, he still considered it to be a load of nonsense. But now, seeing things from spirit side, he actually has to say, well, you know what? I'll always admit when I'm wrong. Well, sometimes I will. And he says, yeah, these things are, well, he doesn't fully understand it all, but he accepts it for being what it is. And it also gives him great delight in knowing that, there is more to life than just going either up or going down. He says he got some comfort out of going to the Baptist church, but it didn't actually fill the void that he hoped it would. And in retrospect, he wished he had taken more of an interest in spirituality as opposed to what he's now calling a lot of hocus pocus. It never did answer the questions that he hoped it would. And he absolutely. He wants you to know that he's never far from you. And he's so proud that you have made a life for yourself, that you've actually found a way of breaking free from what was, in the end, a complete disaster, but through no fault of your own. He has a few choice words for a certain individual. But as he looks at it now, it's not worth it. He's out of the picture now, and you have come out of it the other side, the better person. When he comes in, he wants to say, where he said, I should actually be bringing you strength and upliftment and everything else. He says, but I get more smiles and happiness just coming in, standing in the corner and watching what goes on, because you've grown up in such a way that makes him proud. Not necessarily the circumstances that you found yourself in, but for the fact that you stood on your own 2 feet and you did the very, very best that you could. And that makes him proud because you never gave up. He wished he'd been around a lot longer. In fact, they both do. I like life. You never know what comes round the corner. He never dreamed that just by going round the corner to the church and standing up to sing badly, and he admits it badly, but standing up to sing one of their hymns, that he would never walk home. He never saw that coming. He never expected it. And in some ways, he says, in some ways, I've been praying for it because I always wanted to go back with your mum. However, I never dreamed it would have been in the manner that it was. But I was so relieved to be with her again. Because he says, I was very, very lonely. And my world had fallen apart. And I had really nothing to keep me, apart from seeing such a beautiful granddaughter. But I had nothing else to keep me there. My life was no longer, had any value in my eyes. I had done everything I'd come to do. I had done my bit, and everybody had moved on, including yourself. And I was lost. But I'm at peace now. And now that I'm with Annie, I can come back and visit you anytime I want. And I always know that in everything you do, you make me proud. Okay. He's also saying, I'm surrounded by dogs now. I have got dogs galore. I don't know where they keep coming from, but every time I turn my back, there's another one there. He has right, 4. Yeah. He says he's got 4 dogs with him. I don't know where all these 4 dogs have come from, but he says he's got 4 dogs with him. Okay. Where's the other one come from? Right. Okay. He's got one that 3 that he had with Annie, and 1 that he had when he was a young man. So he says that's where the 4 of them are. Right. He just wants to pop in, just to say hi, more than anything else, because he hasn't been to see you, or sorry, he hasn't been to speak with you for some time. I can hear a lady in the background. Okay. Right. What I'm hearing is I'm hearing a lady in the background. I don't know who she is, but she's shouting I'm your Auntie Bill. I'm your Auntie Bill. So I must confess, I don't know who she is, but she just wants to say hello. I'm your Auntie Bill. So I don't know. Does that make sense to you? I'm your Auntie Bill, because it seems strange someone being an auntie and yet they're calling herself Bill. Okay. Mm-hmm. I don't know whether that's something to do with one of the other members of the family that are there, but that's what she said. I'm your Auntie Bill. Don't recognize the name. There may be someone that you can ask about that, but certainly I heard it, so I have to give it to you. But there may be someone in the family that knows of her, so that's just another one that's saying hello. Okay. So Elizabeth, he's making his way down to Tonkin now, so I'm going to leave it at that and say thank you very much for allowing me to read. Just looking at the clock now. We are coming to the end of our allotted time. So I'm going to say thank you very much to everybody that joined us this evening. It has been a blast. So I'm going to ask Paul to come back and join us. And we shall go through our closing ceremony. So thank you, Elizabeth.
Right. Thank you to everyone on TikTok that's actually joined us. We do appreciate you as well for joining us. So, right.
Bless you. Thank you very much, Michelle. Right, the closing card is that one.
Want that one?
Right. Okay, the card says, excuse me, the card says, if you are noticing changes within yourself, it's because you are leaving the old version of yourself behind. You are elevating and shedding unnecessary layers. Old cycles are ending and new beginnings are on the horizon. You deserve this new chapter. Oh, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you wanted that one. So you're shedding your old skin and beginning a new day. So hope everybody has enjoyed their time with us tonight. We certainly have. Thank you to all you on TikTok that have popped in to see us. You're most welcome to do so, and we appreciate your time.
Yes.
And your company as well.
Yeah. We are got a day off tomorrow.
Yay!
So we will be back on Friday where we do the lighting of the candle at 9 o'clock. For the people that have passed during the week, months, years, we light the candles for each and every one of them. So that is when we will be back. Remember, don't be late. We'll be there at 8.
If you arrive after 8, you're late.
Yes. So other than that, it's for me to say goodbye. And I know Luke.
Yes. So God willing, we'll see you all again on Friday, 8 o'clock. Until then, God bless you and look after yourselves and each other. Okay?
I'm Paul.
I'm Luke.
Together we are
Double Trouble. Good night.
Good night.
And thank you all for watching. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.